Wall Street hoping for a major recovery tomorrow, a day after President Trump's historic tariff announcements spiked fears his policy could trigger a global recession. All three indices posted their worst day since 2020. The Dow lost over 1,600 points, nearly 4% of value. The S&P 500 lost 4.8%, while the Nasdaq was down nearly 6%. And with news of today's stock market activity, some people may be wondering why they should be concerned about Wall Street and tariffs.
Our WVTM 13's Jarvis Robertson joins us live in Birmingham after speaking with an economics professor to help make some sense of what's happening. Jarvis, should people be worried about the stock market?
Well, Brittany and Guy, the Stanford University professor I spoke to today multiple times called this a significant economic event. So a lot of people are definitely paying attention to the stock market right now, but he says it's best not to overreact.
The stock market downturn today was a direct result of the tariff announcements by the Trump administration.
Today's financial climate remains under a spotlight because of the stock market and trade war between the United States and other countries. Bracing for the unknown can lead to some feeling overwhelmed.
We have not seen tariffs like these expressed in terms of extent and scope amongst so many trading partners. So we don't have a lot of precedents to draw on.
Dr. Jeremy Thornton says constant worrying about the stock market can cause a person to overreact. To help ease any fears, he points to the wise yet basic advice to make sure you have a greater amount of savings and security in your income streams.
Stock market corrections happen from time to time. Now, this one is in response to a specific event.
We asked if a person should stop trading and buying because of the market's volatility right now.
Oftentimes for personal investors, small investors like me and you can be your own worst enemy. And selling when markets are down or buying when they're high is a common mistake.
The professor says the better way of thinking of what's happening is a reform of the trade system, which is causing shock for the global economy.
We have many trading partners. Much of what you and I buy is imported from overseas. Those prices have now changed dramatically, and the incentives to provide goods or to sell them to other folks has just changed dramatically.
So Dr. Thornton suggests that for anyone who is involved in the stock market to reach out to your financial advisor if you have any questions or concerns. Reporting live in the Magic City tonight, I'm Jarvis Robertson, WVTM 13.